this is my stream, and welcome who have come to the stream. Anything is possible at my stream. You can do anything at my stream. The infinite is possible on my stream. The unattainable is known on my stream. Welcome to my stream. This is my stream. Welcome to my stream. Welcome. This is my stream. Welcome to my stream. Welcome to my stream.
Made a button. Hold on. Let's try it again. What up? Hopefully everything's going. Twitch is like super broken, so it might not work there. I can't tell, at least on my computer. Let me check on my phone. Welcome in. I'm trying to get all the sub stuff at the bottom to work, but I don't think it's working. I don't think the video at all is just working on Twitch. So that's good. Let me try now. Hit a couple buttons. It'll either work or it won't. Most people are on YouTube anyway. If you're on YouTube, welcome in. Come hang out and see what's going on. Nothing's changed, so that's weird. But it's just broken. All right, anyway. Let's get to what we're going to do today. So we're going to hopefully finish this Puck Buddies design for Blau. I thought of a couple things I want to do and tweak and change. So we're going to do that today. But this is where we are now. I think we're in a good spot. And this is the file in the... I'm just making sure my mic's on it. It's good, Ken. This is in the mockup. So I want to get to the actual file. So that's inside of a smart object in here. And it looks like this. All right, so here's the file itself. So a couple things I wanted to tweak on this. I wanted to get rid of this here in the background. I'm going to make this a slightly lighter color. We're going to get rid of that. Because if you print too far black, it's just going to be too opaque. I really want it to be something that will print black, but it won't print black completely. So we're going to do that. So things we made a little to-do list right here last week. So add small textural things. That's something that I'm always trying to do. Trying to add in more things to make it interesting so it's not so bland. Flesh out the background better, more patterns in the background, sort of the same thing. And then fill spot with what? And I kind of know what I want to do now, I think. So if you're new here, I'm Bradley Jack Design. This is a card I'm designing for fun for Nathan Blau's Puck Buddies hockey team. And if he wants to get them made, we can do that. And that's why I'm making them. So what we have here, we've got sort of we went back to this sort of punk rock vibe, which I kind of like. So we're gonna look up some punk rock things. But there's some stuff I was thinking about to put here or here. And that involves this little guy. So this is a nice little icon that Rebecca Chan made, who's an illustrator that works with Blau a lot. So what I thought about doing was something like this, where there's like this little tag. So I make the fill that. Let's make this like 10. Put Blau in here. And it's sort of like, that's not really gonna do anything. Something like this, where it's sort of showcasing this is what he is. He is this person. This is also his alter ego, or he's right here. Something like that. Something maybe sort of like a... I'll tell you exactly what it is. Let me see if I can find it. Is where this map scene. I was watching One Piece. And they have a lot of scenes where there are people on a map. And I kind of wanted to emulate that. I'm trying to see if there's like a tag for this. But I thought that would be cool. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up Illustrator. And if you're on Twitch, let me know if Twitch is working for you in chat. Hold on. Let me know if the stream is broken or good. Because I don't know how to fix the stream on Twitch if it's broken. So that's a problem. Okay, so... Oh, this is fine. I'm going to make a new file in Illustrator. I bet the stream's broken. I don't know why. It's really peculiar. Go there. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a pin that you would see on like Google Maps. Pin like this. So we're gonna make a pin like this. We grab this, drag this down here, go like that, and boom, there's a pin. Maybe we make this a little bit smaller and we move it up a little bit. Maybe make it a little bit larger like that. Okay, boom, pin. Great, got it. Let's just make this one this color, and then we grab this, copy this, and paste this in here. It's just a lot easier to do it in Illustrator really quick. So we have this sort of pin. So we can use these as sort of things to add something that's a little bit interesting on here. And we can always edit the pin here. So if we want to make the pin inside a little bit larger, we can do that. We can also change the color in here, but we can also change it somewhere else. Now the question is, do we want this to be like this? Do we want this to be smaller? We might want this to be just kind of a little highlight like this. And the idea behind this is maybe there's some things. Let me go to my stream here. Maybe there's some things on. So what he wants to do is it's a creator hockey league. So maybe this is like, here's how you might know this person. So we could put one here and we can always tweak it, but maybe we put one here and make it smaller and put it like right here. And then put something else in there that people know him by. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, it's not gonna work. So we're gonna go to nopixel.net because he does a lot of NoPixel, and this is coming out, which is good. I'm gonna go to the roster. I'm gonna search the roster. Invited players. Search players. Wow. Okay. So we're gonna grab this. So he's Mickey Sinclair. So we're gonna grab just his card. So they do these. Honestly, I might contact Coil and be like, "Hey, do you want to get these cards actually made? We can do it, and then you can sell them in packs and then make more money on this." So I'm just gonna put this down here. We're gonna put Mickey right here. So I'm gonna new smart object via copy. So this is its own individual file, and now it's just a circle. So now I can put the circle right here, and we'll just make it a little bit bigger so it covers up the other one, kind of like that. So we've got Mickey right here. So maybe we can grab nopixel.net. Grab the NoPixel logo. Drag straight in. Nope. Okay. And usually I'm doing this off screen, but it doesn't matter. I'm just grabbing their logo from their website. Just dragging it to my desktop, dragging it here. And that's really peculiar. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. What is going on? Is this nothing? Oh, it is nothing. Oh, I'm very confused now. Paste. It's nothing. Hold on. That is what the logo is. Okay. Ah, it's way down here. Okay, we found the logo. It's right here. So we're gonna put this down here. We're gonna have these as little guys on here. So I think that works out well. Thanks, Alex. So I'm gonna put this here. So what we can do is we can have little tags for what they are. So maybe this is here. Maybe instead. Let me find this. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to open this image in a new tab. I'm looking up to find another photo to put up there that's better. So we're going to save this image to downloads. We're going to grab this layer here. We're going to hide this. Maybe we put that on the back. And what is this? This is nothing. Okay. So we're going to make a new smart object via copy here. We're going to go like this. We're going to grab this, save, go back. So now it's just the circle. We'll put this circle here. We can honestly just get rid of the other circles. But now we're going to put this image here. We're going to put Trainer Nathan here. Because he's Trainer Nathan, training to be the world's greatest Pokemon trainer. And we'll put that there. I think that's fun. And then we'll go into this one and we'll just go like this, delete it. And then it'll go away here. Boom. Okay, so now it's gone away. So we got Trainer Nathan here, which is what we want. And I wonder what we can put. Does Cobblemon have a logo? Cobblemon. I'm assuming Cobblemon has a logo. Yeah, okay. Cool. And we'll put this. This is a Cobblemon logo. And we'll put this right here. So now we've got a couple little like tags of like, oh, this is what he is, and this is what he likes to do. So if people don't know who they are, they can go, oh, what's this Pokemon thing? And then you can go, oh, I want to watch him play Pokemon on Minecraft. And then boom, there you go. So we'll probably change these to be a different color. Sorry, I'm looking at Twitch again. Because I think it's just broken. Oh, that's fine. We're just going to focus on you folks on YouTube then. Unless someone in Twitch in chat wants to tell me what's going on. So we have these. Now you can't see them because... let me put this into a group. Because they're black on black. So we'll have to figure that out. We'll give them a holographic layer to it. So this is Trainer Nathan. And then this here will be Mickey. But I need the no pixel logo to be inside of this folder. Okay. So we're going to give this a stroke. We're going to give it the same stroke we've been giving everything else. Let's do like 4. And then we'll do that here. So now we've got all these little things that point to him about what he is. Now, I should probably make these the Twitch color purple because he streams a lot on Twitch. I don't know if he dual streams, but Twitch is just where a lot of these people are. So I'm going to grab Twitch's color. I don't know really what it is. I'm just going to be lazy and screenshot it and go like this. Boom. Okay. Go like this. Go like this. Color overlay. And then we can select this and boom. Great. And then I can just take this and apply it to the other one on Mickey. We can delete that. And color overlay. Cool. I'm just going to make the no pixel logo a little bit larger. And to make these a little bit cooler, I do this a lot. Flat color is fine, but what is better is color that has something that looks cool. So I like to do a blending mode of overlay, and the gradient is just this default gradient like that. And we're on the wrong side. It's right here. And I'm not going to do I'm going to do my own gradient overlay because sometimes it breaks and it doesn't look good. So I'm just going to hit G for gradient, basics, grab this and go like from tip to end, and then change that to overlay, set it to 50%. So it looks more interesting. It just gives it something more to look at. Gradient, tip to end, up here, group, move up, group, overlay, 50%. And I think what we might need to do then is just grab these and give these a stroke on the inside. And sure, we'll make it holographic because it doesn't really matter. It'll be fun. Stroke, stroke, stroke. There you go. Okay. So this is what the card looks like now. So I think it looks, I like these little introductions to who people are. If people know them or what characters they play or what games they play that people might know. So I know Blau mainly from playing No Pixel. That's how I was introduced to him. So I wanted to put that on there. We've got my logo down here, which is solid. We could probably put something down here. But I like where we're at. I'm gonna make Mickey a little bit larger. Because this is the edge of our paper. This is the border. So we want to keep things sort of inside this, but if little things go out, I think it's fine. Oops. So we come up here, go like this. Maybe what we could do, it might look really bad, but it might look really cool. We might be able to put on here like Mickey Sinclair and then like Trainer Nathan in text. The problem is the type on a circle tool sucks in Photoshop, but we're going to try it. Okay, so I'm going to make a circle and we're going to go like this. I'm just going to hit text. I'm going to click here. I'm going to type in Mickey Sinclair. And I want to use the same fonts we're using for this. So I think I'm using Beechwood. And I want it to be like just a normal font, kind of like this. I want it to be really small. I can hide this. So now it says Mickey Sinclair. We put that into a group and we, oh, see, that's so silly. I really dislike this tool. I mean, I want to move it over, so I'm just going to just cheat and just do that. So we've got Mickey Sinclair. I'll group that and we'll move this in just a little bit. And then I'm just going to copy this, go up to Trainer Nathan, paste it here, rotate it. See, I can't, oh, it did work. Okay, and then do Trainer Nathan. And we'll put Trainer Nathan here. Now we can make this a little bit smaller. So, well, we just want it to fit the circle better. Maybe we go like this. So there. So we've got Trainer Nathan and Mickey Sinclair. So I like that. I like introducing, or not introducing. I like having things on here that make sense for what we're looking at. Okay. So if we look at our little list of things to do, fill a spot with what? We did that, so that's good. Something fun there. So we need to flesh out the background and add more textural things, which I agree. I kind of want to take I kind of want to make this text up here extra special. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to Pinterest. We're going to hit up Pinterest. I'm going to go here. I'm going to throw Pinterest over here. And I'm going to just type in punk rock. Because I want to, because this text, we took no text. We made it say Puck Buddies. We made it more interesting. So I want to keep developing, making it look more and more interesting. So I think if we do punk rock stuff to it, that'll help. Some of this punk rock stuff isn't helping. I mean, a lot of punk rock stuff would be like this. Real punk rock. We don't need it to be crazy punk rock, but we want it to be more punk rock. Like this. This is the vibe we have. And this is sort of what we're doing. Maybe we can add the name in a couple different variations. But this is fun in punk rock. So Punk Buddies. Puck Buddies, not Punk Buddies. So maybe it says Puck, and then maybe Buddies is off of this, and maybe we give this a framework. And the funny thing is I kind of like the green we have on here, but the green we have on here is meant just to be holographic. But it does add some color contrast, which is nice. Really, I think what... Oh, we can add... No, it's fine. I'm just trying to see what stuff looks cool. Like, this is always fun. Like, I like this. Maybe we add a couple brush strokes of things. We could put it inside a shape container, and that might help figure out what I want to do. I don't know if I want to do that. We could give it a color in the background. It would introduce more color, which would be good. But there wouldn't be a lot of contrast with the background. So what I usually do, and I think I did this already. Let's do what we did for the little tags. So I had this on here, which I thought was too muddy. But I think what we can do is we can just put it on individual ones. So it's not so large and like blanketed. So it actually has some like variety to it. A little bit more. I think that might have been sort of the problem. So I'm just going to attach these to this. And kind of do that. So I think that looks better. I don't know if we want to put it on Buddies. I'm sure we can. Puck Buddies. Okay. Cool. So I like that. I think that looks pretty solid. So let me save this and go back to... Oh no, it's in here. So we made this white layer, which is sort of showing what this will look like if we were to take... Sorry, I need to put my logo inside of this giant group, which is way down here. Ooh, yeah. Group 5. Normal. Okay, so if I hit multiply, this is what it looked like way before we made this white layer. So if I turn this off, this was the white layer we made. Doesn't look like that anymore. It looks like this. So I think it looks better. A little bit more clean. Let's move Trainer Nathan over a little bit. And you should be able to read this through the holographic. But we might take Trainer Nathan and just rotate it. So it's on the outside anyway. So it's similar to how Mickey is done on the other one. And these, of course, aren't the only two things that Blau is known for, but it's just fun to have on here. So we introduced this purple color for Twitch. We might be able to introduce it somewhere else. But let's make Puck Buddies more interesting. One thing I like to do, oops. And I've done this a couple times. I haven't done it in Photoshop. I usually do it in Illustrator. But as you can just come in and just do like this. Just set the stroke to like 4. And just give this no fill. Ah, come on. We're going to add like lines to this to make it look like it has sort of cracks. I mean, really, we can go like this and we just go. Oh, yeah. We'll just do this. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to make a new layer. Go on this, group it to this, make it black. Grab a brush that is hard and soft. Hard and fully opaque. And just go like this. See, it's not fully opaque. And go. Now this looks bad because it's not what I want. Oh, we can kind of go like this and fill in some of these areas and make it so this is got a little bit more character to it. So I'll do it on this 1P. Click, click, click. Click. Click, click, click. And what I'm doing is I'm just using the brush tool and I'm holding down Shift to draw straight lines. So I can draw straight lines with the P. And we can just kind of go like this. So you see what it's doing? It's adding, it's making it look like it's broken a little bit more, which I think it's nice. I like to do that on, I did that on something for a client for a like jungle themed something. So if we zoom out, you see how it's Puck Buddies. It's a lot more rigid. Or it's a lot more rock looking. It's got a lot more punk vibes to it, which I want. So we're going to do this. We're going to paint these in. So I'm just acting like, okay, well, if this was a rock cracking, maybe it cracks like that. And then maybe we have it cut in like this on the side. We're just painting this on. A happy little crack is what we're looking for. That crack's too large. So there. I think we need something up here, and then we'll be done. But I don't think it needs to be anything super massive. Just a little imperfection. And one thing we probably could have done, we still can do it. So it says Puck Buddies. So basically, instead of this, it looks like that. Now, you can let me know if you think that looks better or worse. I think it looks a little bit better. I want to try something. Because we could do this. I'm going to turn this to a smart object. I'm going to displace this like 5 pixels. And then I'm going to find a displacement map. I don't know if we made a displacement map for this. Did that do anything at all? Only a little bit. Okay, I don't want to do that then. Let's do... I want to distort it. I like this crystallize. I don't think it's going to work on here. Because it needs to be sort of black and white. So maybe we'll just keep it like that. Okay. Disregard the last 45 seconds, essentially. Okay, so we're going to go in here. And I'm just going to draw out some framework first. Like that. And we're just going to quickly draw these in. So the whole reason we're doing this is to zhuzh it up a bit. Make it a little bit better. Because that's what we're here to do. We're here to make something that I think... We're making something that I think looks cool, that I think someone else would think is cool as well. But also, if they don't think it's cool, that's also fine. I'm making it for me. And that's how I think you should make most of your stuff. If you're just making stuff for fun, is make something that you think is cool, that you're proud of, and then you will most likely, you can't be mad with the results then at the end. Like I was doing a project for a year where I was making something new every day, and I was just making stuff for me to post. I didn't care if it got likes. I didn't care if people thought it was cool or cringy. Like I made a ninja graphic of Ninja, and I know a bunch of like 14-year-olds thought it was really stupid and lame. It was just like, okay, whatever. Go back to middle school. Because I don't care about your opinion. Because I'm making it for me. All right, so put some stress on some of these corners. Let's just go like this. I need you guys to be way more chatty in chat. I said come hang in chat, but I really want you to come talk to me in chat so I know that I'm not talking to myself. Also, I'm talking to myself. That's just fun too. It doesn't matter. Let's put a little crack here because we can. There's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I'm just kind of drawing lines. A little too large. Line. You know, what does a crack look like? I don't know. It looks like this. And then, I don't know, it cracked there. And then it fractured here because that's just what rocks do. They fracture and crack. What is up? Sandy? I'm gonna call you Bernardo. How did you find this stream? If you are new here, or if you've just found out who I am over the last 2 weeks, I want to know how you found me. I want to know what's working in terms of getting viewers, getting new people to come in. Did you guys randomly stumble upon me on Instagram? Did you guys see me because Blau posted this to his channel the other day? Let me know. Oops. I'm just curious. And then tell me what you do. Are you a graphic designer? Are you an aspiring graphic designer? What's your story? I remember when I was in college, I went to New York with some other students, and there was an alumni who we met up with that I didn't know. He asked me when I was in college, what's your story? And I was like, I have no idea how to answer that question. I'm just here. I just like to do graphic design. I have no plan. And everything turned out right. All right, which is good. Now the plan is to try and make cards that I think are cool and that people need. Like I just saw Cat's Eye has some cards, the K-pop band with Complex, because Complex does a lot of, they're really getting into trading cards with bands. And I'm just like, I want to do that. How do you do that? How did you guys do this? Well, hey, if you just like design stuff and you're here, that's fine too. It's always fun when there's people not from the States in chat. It's a lot of Brazil, which is good. There's a fun little like design scene in Brazil, I think. It's where the goat's from. Designed by Johnny. He's from Brazil. Or he's Brazilian. Okay. So this is what Puck Buddies looks like now. I think it looks cooler than fine. Or hold on. Cool, more cool. Cool, more cool. Oh, hey, cool. You were searching for it on Pinterest. That's fun. Okay, so for these, we're just going to do... I don't think we're going to put any on Buddies. I think Buddies is fine. Because I think if Buddies cracked, I will do just some edge things. Hey, I mean, if YouTube sent you my way, cool. Thanks, YouTube. I'm trying to post more on there just to, and I'm trying to stream on here an hour a day just to, that looks bad. It's mainly to keep myself accountable for setting aside time to design stuff that I like. Because I want to do this card stuff, but I need to make sure I have time to actually like design things and then send them to clients and be like, hey, we can make this. Or I'll talk to someone and be like, hi, you guys should get cards made. And they're like, what cards? And I'm like, oh, these cards I have. I designed them for you. And the plan is to get a UV printer. I'm looking into one that works. See, I don't think that looks good. We're gonna erase that. So like I'm a full-time freelance graphic designer. So like that's my job. I work with agencies and teams to get stuff done for social media. So like I've made stuff for the Knicks, the Bears, the Packers, the Pacers, the Indiana Fever. Did something for the Magic forever ago. Used to do stuff with the PGA, All Elite Wrestling on TNT. But that's what I do for my day job. But I want to start making cards, so that's why I'm spending this time right now designing something that I think is cool. It also just allows me to be creative with no restrictions. I can just do whatever I want. So I'm just setting up the task. The task is make a card that I think is cool. Okay, so we've got this and we've got that. We got the logo here. We've got him here. I wonder if we can adjust this. I'm like looking at this and thinking about, is it heavy? I think I want to make this puck smaller. So I think I want this to be an all-encompassing sort of image. So we're going to put this here. Thank you. I appreciate the love on the card designs. It's something I want to try and do. And it's something I'm challenging myself to get better at, which is why we're doing this. All right, we got this logo. Put this here. But then I need to grab this and then do that. Hold on. I need to fix this. Okay, so I can go like this, go like this, there. Okay, and then we grab that, and then we delete and delete. Okay, cool. What basketball cards did you see that I made? I made a couple basketball cards. I just want to know which ones you saw and where you might have seen them. Okay, I need to make a new smart object of this. No, I think I just need to get rid of this. See, but it looks good there. It just looks bad here. No, it's fine. That's what I want. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put this logo. And do I want this logo to be here, smaller? The problem I'm facing is this part here. Let me just put this, let me just do this. Because it's no longer interacting with those anymore. So that's fine. The whole reason we had it down there was because it was behind this. It was giving us a little bit more depth. Oh, day 58. Yeah, I was making a lot of content then. And then life happened and I stopped streaming or I stopped doing those daily videos. I like doing this more than doing daily videos because I don't have to edit this. I can just make something and then post the result. And then I can make like shorts and stuff from that later if I want. But This is making me happy, and that is really what matters. Okay, so I need to take this bottom and go to the blur gallery. I need to make, oops. Make it do that. Okay. So now it looks like this. And maybe we can put it there. I just want to make sure that there's contrast between things. And I mean, I can always just change this color to be this, and then it will fix the issue. So we have puck buddies. Do we want to add that texture here? We might want to do that. It might look nice. So we'll grab, I want to grab the K. I really want this. And then we'll go down to whatever this shape is. Shape? Hey, there we go. Paste, attach. Okay. So we're going to add this texture here so we can see it. And I want to make it so it goes there. And then here, that's pretty good. Okay. And I think having no texture in the background is fine, because that's where holographic stuff's going to shine through. And we can also put something there. And it's like, what do we want to put there? But I like how this looks. It's, do we want to put a holographic around here? Yeah, there's a market for esports cards. I know some have been put out. Like, you can look up, there was some specific team that put out sports cards. It just depends on what it is. Like, if you're talking, are you talking about creator-driven cards or cards of like, because they have League of Legends stuff now because of the card game, so people want that. Counter-Strike would be a little bit different. Sort of would be like collecting cases, but not. But I think, yeah, I think there's a market for a lot of things. It's just, are people going to listen? Okay, players, yeah. And that, I mean, that's what I would want to do to a point. You know, I would want to highlight players. Like I'm highlighting a streamer here. Okay, let's put something cool in the background. And then we can create the white. I like how this looks. We can easily change this color to be whatever we want. And then this could be the parallel color. So it's black. We can make it green. We can make it blue. And we have variation there. We can also change the text color to be whatever the background color is too. I think that will work. But for this, I think this is looking solid. So I like that. It's just the background. I'm trying to just look at things I have and just be like, how can we incorporate more stuff in the background? And it could just be lines. It could be, it's just like shapes that maybe they make sense for hockey. Like specific hockey shapes that aren't, I mean, the hockey shapes, it's a puck, it's the lines. We could put some lines in the background. Like, what is a, I go to Envato. Envato's a website I like to use. I'm just going to type in hockey ring and see what pops up. See, we can do like giant ice textures. That might be a thing. I don't hate that idea. Or like skate lines. I guess hockey stick. I mean, like a hockey stick's here. We could do that though. I'm thinking in my mind visually how this could look. I think it would just be really busy. But like we could grab. See, like we could grab this. And it's sort of what we did before with these textures. We make sure it goes outside the bleed. I'm going to open up this file and then I kind of want to threshold it. like this. Save this to my desktop. Go back here. Replace contents with that. And then set this to screen. See, it's just, see how dirty this looks now? Just really dirties it up. But one thing we could do is, we've got it right here. Group these together. We could go like this. Ooh, that's gone. That's a problem. Okay, what I'm going to do is something kind of funky. We're going to make a new layer. No, we're going to just steal the bleed. Where's the bleed? Copy. Bleed. Copy. Okay. Paste the bleed. So the bleed is now down here. Just going to give this more of a stroke on the inside. Why can't we see it? Why isn't it working? It's because it's below. There, now we can see it. Okay, so this is the bleed, but this is also something that's encroaching like this. So we could do something like this. As a stroke, I need to make the stroke black completely. Go like that. Didn't work. Convert to smart object. Smart object. And then go like this. Current layer. If it's white, go like that. Go like that. Copy that. Go like this. And mask. But then this goes back here. So we could do it just on like the outside. I think that might look weird. It's almost as if we take this shape, select, modify, expand, 25 pixels, select, modify, expand, 50 pixels. It's almost like we do that and then we invert it. I just think it's too small still. What I really want to do is, I think I just want to really blow this up. So it's like this. But in here, what we can do with this threshold is if this is really jagged looking, we can just apply a Gaussian blur. And I don't know where it, oh, it's not a smart object, so it automatically applied it. Gaussian blur, this is 5 pixels of like 10 pixels. And then when we go back, it's just a couple little stains now. It's almost like a composition notebook now. Something like this. Maybe we duplicate it and then rotate it around. So it's kind of like that. And I know what this will theoretically look like. And I think it might look fine. But we're going to figure that out right now. So let's say we like this as the design. Because I like how this looks. This is just the black version of this card. So if we hide this, so this is the whole design. Yep. And right now it's on cracked ice. We can change that to whatever we want. But we've got this on cracked ice. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to duplicate this bottom layer. What templates specifically are you talking about, Caden? I have some templates like this that you can put designs into, like one-touch cases and slabs. I have those on my website, bradleyjackdesign.com, to encapsulate designs to make them look more realistic. I've got a couple like card templates on there, but for the most part, I'm just trying to make something from scratch to see how it looks. So we've got our design here. We've got our back white layer now. So we need to pay attention to this white layer because if we don't, this is how it would theoretically print. There's no white in traditional printers. You have to have a very expensive printer that prints white. There's some UV printers that can print white. That's what I'm trying to look at getting, so I can print these out of my house. But it will look like this. So we need to put the white layer underneath it. So I explained this in a different stream, but I'm going to delete a bunch of stuff we don't need. Okay, so the background color we don't need. These in the blend if, I'm going to say if anything in the current layer is dark, if we drag this over, it hides it. So now we can see the background. And we don't really want the background to be anything. So I'm just going to go like this, so we can see what's going on. Just so we can see what's happening. So what I like to do is I like to get rid of drop shadows on stuff. And we have to figure out what is being erased and what we want to be. And all of the strokes we added, we want to be holographic. So we need to remove those strokes from layers below it. So like this layer, I'm going to group this together. This texture I don't care about, so it's fine. We question, do we want this to be holographic and somewhat see-through or not? We can always turn it off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this, get rid of the stroke on here, turn this to a smart object, grab this, subtract this. We're going to remove it from this background. So now if I hide this, if I turn this back on without the drop shadow, where's this at? Why is it not showing up? Is the stroke on the inside? See, when the stroke's on the inside, nothing works. It just breaks. So that's my problem. So I'm going to create this layer, grab this, delete, mask, invert, hide. That didn't work. I need to change all these strokes to be on the outside. So I'm going to do that first. It's just going to make things easier. Let me go here. Let me tweak this real quick. Stroke outside. Okay. I have to fix this on the other layer too. But now if I select this and delete, it's actually masking out part of it. So you can see there's this tiny line here. So we're going to do that for this one too, and you'll be able to see it a lot better. We don't need this. When I'm in this mode of thinking, I don't need a lot of the textures unless I want the texture to show up. I'm mainly thinking, where can this line be? And I need to, every time I do it to the whole group below it. So now there should be lines. So now there's this big line here. And there should be the line in the background. Yeah, you can see the line around the edge of everything in the background, which is what we want. And this is like, this might be really confusing, but like this is the way that I do things. So I'm going to duplicate, basically I'm duplicating everything I have. I'm turning things into smart objects. I accidentally hit save. So I'm going to turn this to a smart object, turn this to a smart object. This has a stroke, this doesn't have a stroke. So if I hide this, I group everything below it, and then invert it, you can see it says puck now. And that's what we want. And we want it to look around the edges. So we've got Blau here. So we can duplicate him, get rid of this, grab the stroke, subtract him, but we can't because the stroke is on the, oh, it's on the outside. Why is it not letting me? Oh, I need to turn this into a smart object. Duh. Okay, grab. We hide this, grab everything below it, and then mask like this. So now the puck is there. We need to do it. Where's this logo at? Oh, the logo's up here. This logo's fine. I'm just going to make a new smart object be a copy with this logo. And I'm just going to get rid of this bottom drop shadow because we don't really need it. I'm just going to hide this. The drop shadow is going to print black anyway, so if we print white underneath it, it's not really going to do anything. Okay. So what has a stroke now? So this hockey puck has a stroke, and anything that's like masked to this doesn't matter. So we have our hockey puck. We're going to duplicate the hockey puck, get rid of this. We're going to turn this to a smart object, grab, under grab. We're going to put everything below this into its own group. Go like this and invert it. So now the hockey puck shows through. Ooh. But this is not in the group. We need to do that. What did I group together? I really just need to delete this from this too. Oh, okay. I see something that's a problem, which we can fix. Jeez. Okay. So Blau here is actually cutting out here, but we don't want it to because we want it to keep it inside of this. So we need to fix this. And we need to paint this back. Kind of like that. And if it's not perfect, it's fine. That's why I like doing these on their own individual layers. So let me take a breath. So this looks good up here. We can see through that. I need to do this Blau first. So we're going to get rid of this. We're going to turn this to a smart object. Copy, subtract, get rid of this. And we're going to put this all in the same thing. But I also need to remove it from here. We don't need this because this is just a background. So there, now we can see Blau's small photo there. Okay, we can delete this. This is fine. That's fine here how that's going to print. So all of this stuff is fine now. So I'm going to take all of this, put it into a group together, grab the hockey puck, and mask it and invert it. So now we can see the circle around the hockey puck. Then basically I go up here and just look for more things. So one thing on here inside the puck is his name, which is this. So I want his name to be cut out from everything. So I'm going to group that together, invert it. So now his name sees through, so that's good. Then these we need to duplicate. Trainer Nathan, ooh, that's a problem there. And Mickey St. Clair are kind of fine how they are. We just need to edit this background texture, which we'll just tweak in a little bit. So we duplicate, turn the bottom one into a smart object. Duplicate is Command J. Smart object. Select. Ooh, but there's ones on the inside too. Crap. We can kill two birds with one stone on this. Let me go back. We need to do the little ones first. Okay, so we have... Is this duplicated? No. Okay, so we have this stroke. So we don't care about this image. We're just going to duplicate this, get rid of the stroke. Yeah. And what we can actually do is probably could just add this stroke to this vector smart object because that's really what it's doing. We don't need the color overlays on any of these. So I'm going to just get rid of that. Anything that's just adding some sort of effect we don't need. We don't need any item that's masked because we're just paying attention to the white thing. Hayden, you're wondering, sorry, I see your message now. How do you find connections with sport teams and companies? A lot of it's networking. Like when I was starting out, yeah, it didn't do anything. When I was starting out, this is what I want, sorry. I knew someone who worked for an agency, and I posted like, hey, I want to basically do more freelance work. And he was like, oh, hey, you should email this company. You know, I used to work there. They do a lot of freelance stuff. So that's what I did. Oh, come on. I grab this. I grab this. I grab this. I grab this. Subtract this. Subtract this. Okay, it worked. Sorry. This is being weird. And I emailed them and said, hey, I want to do some freelance work. or I'm interested in doing freelance. What do you guys have, and what do you do? It's networking and posting. I mean, I got a lot of work because I did a 365-day project where I made something new for a year. I got new work 60 days into that. This is an inner stroke. I need to just change all the strokes to outer strokes. Someone just needs to remind me to fix that. And I'll just do it. I'll know to do it there. So it's networking, but it's also paired with just doing work that you want to do, focused around what you want to do, and then figuring out. Sorry, I'm losing my consciousness. I'm losing my train of thought here. Keep making work that's similar to the work you want to do. Keep posting it. Keep networking with people naturally online. So, like, if you want to work for a specific sports team, follow the people on that sports team. Make stuff related to that sports team, and then just casually interact with the people that work there. You know, if someone posts something really cool for a team, be like, "Oh, I really liked how this looked. You guys did a great job." A normal thing. And I would say don't ask for stuff for a while, or almost never ask. Don't be like right off the rip, "Hey, I want to work for you guys. Give me work." You know, and there's a good way of going about it. Why is this not working? Tell me. Hold on. I'm very confused. Man, I'm doing a lot. So I mean, really, it's make work, post work, and network. A lot of work in there. That's what I did starting out. I mean, I got lucky with some stuff because, like, I was posting every day for a year, and the PGA Tour emailed me because I have my website and my Instagram, and they said, "Hey, we're looking for a freelance graphic designer. Are you available?" Oh, I need to subtract this from down here. I also need to subtract it from these, which is why it looks weird. Let me know if that information helped and or makes sense, Caden, and we'll figure it out. The hard part too is, like, it's a really competitive field, so, like, you really need to set yourself apart with what you can do, while at the same time developing your skills and your personality, so people want to work with you too. And I'm just very confused as to what is happening here. Okay. As you can tell, this part gets really kind of tricky, especially when you don't have anything named. Then everything's just super broken. Delete. Mask. Invert. Hide. There. This is what I want this to look like. Okay. So then we just have the logo here. Is this an outside stroke? Good. Makes it easier. Grab. What is this? Oh, that's his name. That's fine. And I literally grab everything underneath it. Why can't I group you all together? Group. Oops. Group. That's weird. That's really weird. Group. Oh, you know what it is? I think I hit the limit on groups. You can only have so many groups in a group, which is really weird. But that's really peculiar too, because it should be cutting out this whole background. Wow. No, it's not. What? Hold on. Grab this, subtract from this. There. Just paint. Experience with companies but never had a chance with sports. It's your hobby. Yeah, I mean, it's... a lot of them use other agencies, so I would look up agencies that do stuff with sports and see if you can get on with them. You know, email them and say, hey, are you guys looking for more freelance work? Here's my portfolio. If you have a established work, that's easy to do. Okay, so I'm gonna make this slightly larger. Really what I want to do is I want to make sure that Trainer Nathan and Mickey Sinclair are in clear spots from white. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to read it because it's going to be white ink on white ink. Can I move this down? Yeah, let's do that. And I can probably make this smaller now. There. So now Trainer Nathan and Mickey Sinclair are on white. So now if we go up, I mean, we spent a lot of time on this. This is going to be the last thing we do on here. But now if we turn this on, we can see, okay, does everything that's green have a stroke around it? Yes, it does. We need to, though, go to this white layer. I need to copy this background and paste it up here. So I'm going to turn this on. Paste these here. Delete this. And then we need to go into all of these strokes and just make them outer strokes. And we just need to make them white. So that's good because we need to change all these. We need to make sure these strokes are correct. We're just going to change them all to be outside strokes and we're going to make them white. And I'll show you why. And then we're going to call it a day here. And we're going to finish up some more stuff tomorrow because I have some client work I need to do. Ooh, this stroke is fine. That stroke there is fine. This stroke needs to be white. Okay, so this stroke, go here, make it white. There might be a better way of, or easier way of doing this. This is the way I know how it works for how my brain works. Rick, it's every day. You've been here every day. Every day, 2 o'clock. Luckily, you can always go back and rewatch this on YouTube because it'll be there. So that's a good thing. Okay, so we change all of these. I need to go inside. I need to go inside Trainer Nathan. And inside Mickey Sinclair and find these other strokes and change them to be white. All right, Trainer Nathan. Boom. Okay. So now if everything turns out, I'm going to rename group 5 to design. Delete this. Just delete all this stuff we don't need. So now we have our design, we have our white. You see how these match up. So now if I take this top layer and set it to multiply, this is what it will look like when printed on holographic paper. And this is usually when I sort of, and this is why the background being not super dark comes into play. But if I wanted to make a parallel of this, all I have to do is change this color to be something else. So if we make it red, we make it red. If we make it green, we make it green. If we make it blue, we make it blue. So I'll make it blue right now. Save. It'll save back here automatically because that's a smart object inside of this giant file. So it's saving. It's going to update here. And it's going to update emulating how it would look printed. And you can see, no, that's not wrong. That's just correct. That's just because there's green in the background. I thought that was a mistake, but it's not. So now the card is here and looks like this. So this is where I go, okay. I think what I want to do is I want Puck Buddies to be fully opaque. I want you to be able to see Puck Buddies. So this will be the last thing I fix. I'm going to keep saying that. But now that we're in here, we can easily go in and fix stuff. Oh, hey, how's it going? So what I'm going to do, how do I want to do this? This is on the white layer. Okay, hold on. Hey, quit out of this. Quit out of this. Okay, so I'm in the white layer. So this I'm going to make into a new smart object so I don't break anything else. Ooh, I don't like how this is going to work. I need to make all of these white. We're going to go white. I don't need any of these because this is automatically going to print. I don't need this either. Hide, hide, hide. Hide, hide. I just need this. Color overlay. White. Buddies is fine. Buddies I actually need to make a different color. Buddies we need to make black. Okay. Now that we're here, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to current layer. If it's white, you see through it. And then we need to just delete this from every layer beneath it like that. And then it will say Puck Buddies like that. Now, does that look good on this? It will print better than this looks. I'm trying to get to the point where it's actually going to change. And we might change the color because on this Pixel Phantom card I made, put it here, it's blue and shows through really nicely. And the holographic shows through better than it would mock up here. But it says Puck Buddies, and really what we can do is we can just make that a little bit lighter. But this is where we're at. We're at a really good spot. I think we can do some final tweaks tomorrow, and then we can figure out what we want to put on the back. But I think this is in a really good spot for now. So I'm going to undo what I just did because I want to be able to see this better. I can always change it tomorrow. Or I can change it if we're going to actually get this printed. This will just show up better on socials. Because his name's kind of hard to read, but you'd be able to read it. No sweat on a holographic card. Alright, so this is where we're at. This is sort of the final design, which I think looks pretty solid. You guys let me know in chat. And we'll regroup tomorrow. We went a little over today, which is fine. So I'm going to be back tomorrow at 2 o'clock Eastern to keep continuing this, keep figuring out how I can flesh this card out. Maybe make a different card. Maybe it's like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Inspired card. Because I know he likes Yu-Gi-Oh! And we can go from there. But from me, Bradley Jack Design, I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you like this content, like and subscribe. Follow my channel. You can follow my socials. They're right here underneath me. I post a lot there. And I will see you guys